we made the same mistake with Frank Lampard.
Do you want to get involved in that, knowing how messy it is? Why didn't you just look in?
Okay. Everybody blow your trumpet.
Yo guys, welcome back to Keep It 90. Literally the only podcast where I ain't got to keep it 100. So you know me, I'm gonna be a little bit biased towards Chelsea. Just on the occasion. Just on the occasion. But we weren't here last week. It was smooth,
That was smooth. The only podcast I had to keep 100. I said, rah. Fair enough.
Thank you. Obviously, we weren't here last week. I hope you guys didn't miss us too tough. We are here and we're back with a lot of news. But before we get into it, gotta intro the team.
Come on.
We got ITK Sam in the building.
Come
How
on.
you doing, Sam?
I just deeped what that even meant. I have no knowledge, extra knowledge than anyone else.
Keep it humble. Keep it humble.
I'm
like
telling you that. You know, people actually ask me, you should know more. I don't know more than anyone.
Right.
I see all of the rumors on socials and I put them in the chats and I'm saying this might happen and that's it. But yeah, no, I'm all good. What did I do on the weekend? I spent a lot of money eating food.
I love that for you.
Okay.
And I didn't want to do that actually, but it happened. So
Do you know what? Recovery.
yeah, recovery. I'm not going out again this month.
Okay.
By the way, this month ends in 2 days.
Yeah, he's all right. February, your wallet.
Boy, we need that.
And we got Prince 500. How you doing?
Come on.
Hey man, I'm good. I'm enjoying. You know, it was a okay weekend. Nice and chilled. Nephew's birthday. Big up my nephew. And yeah.
Who does your nephew support?
Of course, you know who he supports.
I love that.
There's only one team he
I
can
love
support.
that.
Obviously,
I love
you know what I mean. Shout out to his pops. He supports Arsenal, but you know.
Oh, so then.
No.
But has he committed to Chelsea
and
though?
He knows. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Because I've lost my nephew, bro.
No.
We lost him to Arsenal.
Hey,
He's
come
alive. God, you know what I mean. But I lost.
I was about to
That
say,
sounded mad,
sorry
innit?
for your
But
loss.
yeah, no,
I know what you meant.
I lost him to Arsenal. I lost him to Arsenal still. So
There's still time for your nephew, don't worry.
No
Arsenal.
time.
What do you mean? His
Ain't
dad's.
no time.
Okay.
And speaking of people begging for Arsenal fans,
Whoa. Don't need to have our fan base.
we've got No Nonsense
Come
Combs.
on.
How you doing,
I'm
bro?
all good. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Like always. This weekend was my birthday.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Another year older.
Yes.
how old are you now?
How old? You can answer. Right. It's all right.
Don't worry. Just know I'm here.
He's not 40 yet.
Definitely not.
That's
But yeah, no, it was good. Family came over in the evening.
Love
Spent
that.
the afternoon with the little one, and yeah, just kept it calm and easy. You know what I mean? Like,
Love that.
yeah, didn't nothing too hectic.
Some of the best ones.
Alright,
like that.
Facts.
can I ask a question? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was everyone when they heard the news that Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool?
I'm gonna go first. I was mid meeting and I saw my girls were pinging me off in my group chat, and I was thinking, why is everyone pinging me off? What's happened? It's the same thing that happened when Tuchel got fired. When Tuchel got fired, my phone was pinging off, and I was already in a meeting, so I didn't know what to do. But I was in a meeting, and I see from Fabrizio Romano, Jurgen Klopp has decided to leave at the end of the season. I thought it was a parody account.
Yeah, same.
So I had to go and double check. I went on the account. I saw it was Fabrizio with the 1.something million followers. I said, yay. I couldn't control myself in the meeting. I turned my camera off and I was just typing on my phone like, oh my God.
Anita, are you there? Anita?
I was stuttering on my words, man.
Nah, it was mad. Coach, where were you?
Same, working. My boy put it in via the Liverpool account. And that's when I knew it was proper legit. But me, again, even though I see that, I was like, I still need to see my man Fabrizio. I don't know, something about Fabrizio where he's the guy that he says it's legit. So yeah,
He's really in the know.
I was
He's the one in the know.
yeah, so I was just working in it. I just couldn't believe it. I went straight to my little boy that's a Liverpool fan in the group chat. I was like, have you not seen this?
They were heartbroken.
Yes.
Where were you, Prince?
You know what? I was sitting by my desk here, and obviously I'm locked into work, and I see my phone rings. It's my dad, right? So obviously I'm like, oh, Pops, what's going on? And all like he's just going, "You'll never win again." And I was like, you know, like, I'm sitting there, yeah, and I was like, "Dad, like, what's wrong with you?" Like, kind of thing. Like, I was kinda, he's like, "What, son? You ain't checked your phone?" So obviously I'm like, "Right." So I went to check my phone. He was like, "You'll never."
That is
And
so
listen,
funny.
he was honking his, like, obviously he drives a big HGV vans, right? Honking the horn. They're done. It's time. I was like, "Raw." And yeah, I can't lie though, low key, kind of made my.
Yeah, no, you know what? You know what's so mad? Yeah, I was in the gym, yeah, and one of my guys, we were doing a session. He was like, "Oh, have you seen what Fabrizio tweeted? Same thing. Everyone's checking if it's real or whatever." And then the Liverpool tweet came out next, and you see the video, and I was watching the video. Like, that session was weak because we were just talking about all the scenarios that could happen. Oh, he's leaving, so he might go here. Oh, this person's coming here. De Zerbi's gonna go. And it was just like, wait, Jurgen Klopp is actually leaving the Premier League. Like, to announce it at this point was probably the most shocking thing for me, because obviously they're still in the running to win every trophy. Right now. They're in a very good position, like team-wise. They've got youth. They've got what is the other? I don't know why it just left my
under 23
seniors. No, but I don't know what was I thinking then.
I don't know.
You not elderly. I was thinking something else completely. It just left my mind. But they've got a good balance in their squad.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you know what? He seemed like he had been in a good space mentally to like carry on the charge and say, you know what, this is a good building block. That they've got good young G's. And then he just comes out and says he's tired, bro. Like, I was genuinely, like, I was taken back, but then I also understood, like, these managers have been going at it for like 25 years straight. He said he's been doing this 25 years.
Yeah, that's a lot, you know.
That is a long time, and especially Liverpool, where I think they actually have a team where you actually have to give more than just being a manager. You have to be a cult hero.
Passionate.
You can't just come in the role and just be you. They need to buy into you more than the players, more than anything. And I think that just it took its toll on him, and he's done, man.
Bro, like, as a Liverpool fan, yeah, you're not just a Liverpool fan, especially in Liverpool. Like, as a Liverpudlian, you're not just a Liverpool fan. Like, Liverpool is your life. Liverpool is your heritage. Some Liverpool fans don't even classify themselves as English. They classify themselves as Liverpudlian. So someone like Klopp to come in and like make them have that feel-good factor. They talk about him changing the community and all the stuff that he's done within the fan base, blah, blah, blah. It's a blow. Like, it's a blow for Liverpool. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a blow for the Premier League.
Nah, it is, of course.
It's a blow. Like, I love seeing him. Huh? Yeah, I'll take the blow to my face. I will take that blow to my face.
Give me the ice.
Give me the ice. I'm gonna take the blow. I do feel like this could potentially level out the playing field. Next person to go, potentially
Pep, innit? Yeah.
So let's see. I'm not wishing
But he
for
might
it. I'm just saying.
see this as his opportunity to stay and not, because, you know, I'm sure if Klopp had stayed longer, he would have felt that this is long. But now Klopp is leaving. He's like, you know what? I'm clearly the best manager in this league. I've clearly got the best team now. It won't be as hard now to win the league. It, like, next year, let's say they walk it. I don't see him. I literally don't see him leaving, because it's comfy for him now.
The thing about Pep is, I feel like we all know this, he gets bored easy. So if no one's rivaling him and he doesn't have to use his tactical nous to now think about, oh, when this team's coming up, I need to be prepared for this team. Like, do you remember I was watching All or Nothing and they were playing Everton and Pep was thinking about Liverpool? That's the type of manager Pep is. So if no one's competing with Man City and he just keeps running away with it, Pep left Bayern Munich after what, 2-3 seasons? Bored. You know, so you never know. Like, if no one can rival Man City in the upcoming seasons, Pep might pack his load.
I think, do you know what as well? Like, because I think like, because it's a strange one, because obviously everything that's going on with Man City with these 115 charges that's coming up, I thought it was kind of a strange time for Klopp to, because, hey, like you just said about running away, I'm not gonna lie. Like, let's say Man City get them charges and they're gone, Liverpool is the team to technically run away. So, but you know what I mean. Klopp knows what's best for him. I do wish him best in health as well.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know what I mean. I hope there's nothing behind the scenes. I hope he's all good, he's all healthy, and it's just the best decision for him.
I think it is, but I also, because I interviewed him like a month ago or 6 weeks ago.
Sam,
no, but genuinely at the time he was like in good spirits, calm. I was even mad nervous going into the interview because I was thinking, I know how he is when people are asking him the wrong questions. And like, he's the type of person that when you speak to, he's making facial expressions to like, almost lead you down where he wants you to ask him the question. So it's like you say, "Oh, how has your day been? Was it okay?" Like, type of, do you know what I mean? So, but even when we talked about the season and what they're looking to do and what they're looking to achieve, he was so excited. Like, even the research beforehand, all the interviews, he was saying he's got a new lease of life and he's feeling like feeling brand new.
When did you interview him?
This was before the Arsenal game. Before
December?
Yeah, December.
I heard that he had told the owners already in November.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it's like, you were saying all of this, but you already knew that you were going.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm scared to play Liverpool. We'll come to it, but...
Copes, what do you think this means for the squad? Like, do you feel like any of the players are now going to be questioning their future with Liverpool?
Well, it's funny you say that because literally today, obviously it's come up with Virgil. Virgil's had an interview and he's already sort of questioning. He's basically waiting to see what happens next. So when you think he's got 18 months left on his deal, I think it was also Salah, Trent. So you've got three key people, in that squad.
Probably the most key players in that squad.
That are already
and Alisson.
like, they're like, we're not too sure. We got to see the direction Liverpool are going to take this after Klopp. That's big. That's big for the Premier League. So yeah, and then, someone like Virgil, who is the captain, and he's outrightly saying it like, look, guys, I'm going to see what's going on here. Like, he's not even putting like a brave face, being like, no, I'm here for the, I'm sticking through. It's like, no,
that
I want
Dutch,
to see what's
man.
going. So
they're straight and
I love
they're
it.
straight still.
We've got to respect it. Yeah.
But I think that's also good though, because I think it gives the Liverpool hierarchy a reminder that they need to make the next decision is their most important decision before even Klopp, because I think Klopp came in at a time where they were going that way, so he didn't necessarily have that much pressure on him, even though those top clubs are still pressure. I think now where he's leaving them in such a good spot, even if they do, let's say, win just one of the 4 trophies, in terms of the squad and what they've achieved, they're in a very good position. If they get in a manager that doesn't take them down a similar path, the fans, the players, it's going to go all over the place. Like I'm seeing the rumours, obviously, Xabi Alonso, De Zerbi, I've seen Thomas Frank now. Who else is there? We've seen Arteta potentially leaving, which he said is not true.
Yeah, he's
but who do you guys think would be the best person to take over?
The funniest thing is, I was saying this the other day, if there is a manager, Liverpool fans, they want Xavi Alonso, and it's obvious why. He's a club legend. I don't think anything that he can do would be, seen as this is bad for the club, because he'll be the safest. Would he be the best option? Not for me, only because he's only had one season of first team football. I think that's too much pressure for him. Give him another few more years. We made the same mistake with Frank Lampard, UCC, but I know it's different. I know it's different, but when your legend comes in, like, the love you have, like, you don't want to break that at all. But I would say the best option, and hear me out, it would probably be someone like a Nagelsmann.
Really?
Depending on what
I've
happens
heard about that as well.
Germany.
I've heard that.
Really?
I've heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way Nagelsmann plays, that exciting football, especially when he was at Leipzig, that exciting football. When he was at Bayern Munich, it's not like he was losing games. I think he lost like 3 games in total, and he got sacked, right? So it was nothing of his own
More culturally,
doing.
innit?
Yeah, it was more like a culture thing. Yeah. Nagelsmann, he brings the kind of calm demeanour. He's passionate. Fans love a passionate manager. He brings good football. I think the type of football will suit players like Trent, like Jota, like Salah if he stays, like Diaz, especially Diaz. And I feel like he would be the perfect fit. But that's if, 1, Germany don't do well and they sack him. 2, Germany do really well and he's ready to leave. So it just depends on those factors.
Quick question. Do you think that also, as you mentioned, the fact that he had a really good record at Bayern and they didn't really like what was going on behind the scenes, and that's why he went. Do you think a team like Liverpool, do you think that works for them as well? Because again, the way Klopp, the Klopp's demeanour and what he's brought to that club, you've got someone like Nagelsmann who kind of has maybe almost like the opposite kind of...
It depends what you mean by the opposite, because I feel like Nagelsmann at Bayern didn't really get the chance, only because he's young, 1. Too, like, I heard he was coming to training on skateboards and shit like that.
Mm.
So I feel
It was
like
a very different culture.
It was
like
a different culture.
Their Bayern are very like traditionalists. Like they know
Yeah.
what they like. They don't even like their manager smirking too much.
Yeah,
Like,
why are you
that's what it was.
smiling
And
too
Nagelsmann's
much?
very young. Like you could tell he was trying to bring in ideologies that they just weren't used to. Even though
Yeah.
he weren't doing bad.
Doing
But
bad at
when
all.
Tuchel
Yeah.
became available, it's like, okay, cool. He's more used to what we know, and now look at what they're doing.
Tuchel's
Do you
the
know what I mean?
typical German.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
He's still
straight.
got the passion in him, but he's still straight. Whereas
Tuchel
Nagelsmann,
come home, man.
No, but who you saying? Who you saying to go to,
What, who should go to Liverpool? Yeah, Graham Potter, man, go over there.
Really?
Nah, for real. In all honesty, I love the story. Xavi Alonso, as much as what he's doing at Leverkusen is scary, I love that story though. Just as a neutral, obviously I'm not a neutral, I'm a Chelsea fan, but as a neutral, that story, like, yeah, you're a club legend. That was what I wished for Lampard. Like you said, I wished that for Lampard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was that kind of thing where it's like, oh, you're gonna go back to your old club and you're gonna bring them back to the, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're doing very well right now. But I would just love to see Xavi Alonso go there. That would be great.
I think this is gonna start, like you said, like a train of events of like the top managers potentially leaving. Like obviously Klopp now is confirmed to leave halfway through the season, so I think he's given them enough time to find the perfect replacement. But I've heard that obviously we always hear Pep Guardiola leaving, so I think it's just going to be such an interesting time for the Premier League and for the leagues around the world, because Xavi's leaving Barcelona now. Tuchel's not doing great at Bayern Munich. Real Madrid and Ancelotti, I think he's got a contract until 2026, but he's
got an
always
extension.
on one of those ones that he could be leaving. So I think it's going to be an interesting time for those managers. But I wanted to ask you guys, now that Klopp is leaving, and obviously none of us are Liverpool fans, so we didn't feel it on an emotional scale. What is the biggest or the most heartbreaking manager?
Tuchel leaving Chelsea.
Really?
Sorry. Finish the
Fair?
sentence.
No, you.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, for me, that was heartbreak. Tuchel leaving Chelsea, I fell to my knees. Like, it was actually very painful for me. And I would have said Jose Mourinho first time around, but I was too young to understand really what was happening. If I'm being 100%, yes, I'm that young. Or old, depending on who's watching. But yeah, when Thomas Tuchel left, because I couldn't find kind of closure with it, I couldn't understand what he's done wrong with the owners. I couldn't understand why the owners took this decision so heavy.
Soon.
Yeah, so soon, to bring in someone like Graham Potter, and having Graham Potter come in and make the club look extremely worse. And then Lampard comes in and you just see like this is an ongoing thing that we're going to have to go through for a long time.
Yeah.
And knowing that Tuchel was potentially the only manager that we could stand behind and say he would have driven that bus if we couldn't fly our players across the pond.
He was doing so much during that time.
Oh man, that
no, genuinely,
that's more than a heartbreak.
I was trying to think of another one. Yeah, in the Premier League, I think probably in terms of other fans, obviously Fergie probably losing, that was huge for the Premier League as well. But yeah, I think Tuchel leaving, the same thing. I think it just hurt because we genuinely felt at that point that we turned the corner of like just sacking managers, especially with these new owners and them saying we're going to try to do things differently. And Tuchel, he's a world-class manager, but at the time things weren't going right, which is fair enough. But Klopp is the perfect example of a world-class manager not doing as great in one season, but showing what he can do this season. Now they're still in every competition. They made a few more signings. And Tuchel actually loved Chelsea. That's what hurt. He loved
Do you know what's
the
crazy?
club.
Yeah? We're saying Tuchel, someone's got Wenger in their pocket right here. I'm sure that
But
one
did that hurt you though?
Oh,
Because Arsenal fans were ready for him to go. Really? And I'm sure you said once in your life Wenger out.
It didn't hurt me.
It didn't hurt you.
No, it didn't hurt me.
Have a heart, Copes.
No, I didn't.
This is why I called you no nonsense, Copes. This is why.
Yeah, no, it didn't hurt me because I was saying a few years just before even Wenger left, I was very much of the case of I was watching a guy who I've got like as my GOAT in terms of like Premier League managers. You were coming a villain at the club. And at that point, it was like, you need to dip because he was taking too much of the brunt of what we knew was clearly the board behind him.
Yeah.
And that's just how much he loved the club. Like he was prepared to be the scapegoat for a lot that was going on. So to me, that was just a case of he needed to go. Funny enough, as we're talking about Klopp, I remember when Liverpool did no nonsense, got rid of, I think it was Brendan Rodgers at the time, brought in Klopp because they realised, wait, he's from his break. He's ready. Let's get him now. I was like, oh, come on, boys. You lot should have been sorting this out behind the scenes. Get Klopp ready so that Wenger goes. He's just like, that's how much I like loved Klopp. Like just his, like him as a manager. Just coming into the league. I was like, this guy is going to do wonders. And like, he just did that. But in terms of, I think, managers that I think it hurt a bit. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, but it's probably Fergie, I think, as well. And I think I really respected him once he did leave, where that team, I look at it sometimes and I'm like, how did you win a Premier League with that team before you left? Like, that's when I knew the guy was special, because when you think how many managers they've gone through since then, and nothing's quite clicked with that club, and not to, they're still spending money on players here. Then it's just what he did there. I was like, yeah, this is why you were the man. Like with players you didn't quite think should be winning a Premier League title, he done it. He was a mastermind. So that, in terms of just impact, I thought, right, like, you've left a big gap there somewhere, Fergie. But sorry, Wenger.
He don't feel it.
Like I said, it was your time.
That is so jokes. I'm guessing you'll probably say Tuchel as well, yeah?
Yeah, Tuchel hurts me. Definitely. I feel like an off team one. I don't know why it hurts, but like, you know how Vieira got gotten at Palace? That one hurts. I don't know why. I just feel like they could have cooked something there.
You know what it is? I agree with you, because that team was doing amazing. Because obviously I see quite a lot of Palace games, and you'll see that the aura at that stadium was next to none with Vieira. They were playing exciting football after the years of just. But
it stopped. That's what the problem was. And then when Roy Hodgson came in, he actually turned it up.
But you know what? The thing is, I think you got to give him time, though. I think like with Vieira, he was cooking something. He was way above expectations at that time, and they were doing well.
And it's not just that. Everyone keeps sorry Hodgson, but everyone keeps saying that Hodgson came in and done what he needed to do. They let Vieira go after he had the toughest run that side of football, and then you let Hodgson win against the lower end of the table. And everyone's like, oh, Hodgson's revived Palace. It's like, no, you just let Vieira deal with Man United back-to-back, Spurs, Newcastle, all of these teams, and then you let Hodgson go on the easy run. And you're looking at it now, like, I mean, the Arsenal Palace game,
that was bad showing from them.
Yeah, you saw the fans how they feel about what's going on now, and they're taking a step backwards. So I agree with you. That
I think the Vieira one, man, and Nuno Wolves. Sometimes that one shakes.
What about Nuno Tottenham?
Well.
No.
Nah. What he was cooking. I just feel like what he was cooking at Wolves as well was just like, I don't know what it was. I was scared of Wolves at one point.
They were.
But that's just two random ones, and obviously my boy Tuchel, man.
So Xavi is another manager that's come out and said that he's leaving Barcelona. I think it came out at a time where everyone almost expected him to be getting sacked very soon, to be honest, because of the results that they've had. I think it's smart for him as well, because now he came out in an interview saying beforehand that the managers at Barcelona, they don't normally stay on for too long because of everything that happens behind the scenes and all this stuff. But do you think that his time is almost being looked at badly because of this funk that they're in, even though he's had a season-ending injury to Gavi, Pedri's been in and out of injury. Those two are big players to what he did last season where he won the league. And I think now he's just getting a lot of stick. I don't know if he fully deserves it, but what do you guys reckon?
Wait, I'm not really like in the know with what's happening in La Liga and the fans kind of. But how are they perceiving Xavi? Does anyone know? Because
it's half and half.
Yeah.
You can tell he lacks the experience, but I think they would have been more patient if Barcelona would just... There's certain performances and certain decisions that he makes. For example, not the Clasico. It was a Clasico between Real Madrid where they lost. Was it 4-2 or?
Recently.
Yeah, recently. And Vinny scored a hat trick, I believe it was. Vinny ran right around the whole defense, and Areo, who normally plays right back, was made to go centre back because I think Vinny was playing down the middle, or the other way around, and Xavi didn't do anything to save him, basically. And the fans are like, you need to know these type of players. You need to know these type of games mean more than, the games against Palmeiras and all of those teams. You need to know that.
But
so
Xavi, out of all people, knows that. He's
still a young manager, though. That's the only thing.
Kind of like Lamps, innit? And kind of what, Liverpool could expect with Xavi Alonso at the same time. I do think when it comes to being at Barcelona, there's so much pressure.
So that's what I was going to say. Do you think there's going to be any, like, obviously we saw Arteta linked and he rubbished that quickly.
Yeah.
But if that was the Barcelona of old, that wouldn't be rubbish quickly. That would be a thing of, I've got to talk to my agents in the summer. Yeah. But he made sure that he said, no, Arsenal, I'm sticking with it. Do you think that it's hard for managers now to look at that as like an exciting prospect to join.
100%.
Yeah, because do you know what it is as well? It was just like Barcelona of old had so many legend like Xavi. Do you know what I'm saying? They had so many, and then they always had the Messi get out of jail card as well. So it was like, of course, your tactics. You could do whatever tactics, and if it don't work past the Messi, like you always did have that. You know what I mean? It was just that's just the realistic side of it, right?
Facts.
And obviously, you only had Madrid at the time to deal with. But like, I think a lot of managers are not gonna want to go Barca because Barca's a mess as well. Let's not just talk about the players. Let's talk about
People
that.
are getting married in their
People
stadium.
are getting married. They're selling the stadium. Like, I mean, we could do a podcast there.
Yeah,
Get
legit.
around there. I think we should get around
Spotify,
there.
let's
like,
make it happen, man.
That'll be a vibe.
I tried to link that one. But no, like you know what I mean? I feel like the club is a mess, so it's not attractive. Barcelona is Barcelona. It will always be Barcelona. But whatever's happening right now, and all these fines and this and that, and they still got more to come.
And
It's
levers
like,
and
all these things going on. It's like, do you want to get involved in that, knowing how messy it is?
Yeah.
A lot of managers won't.
Coach, do you think that they're gonna be able to get their top target, or do you think they're gonna get one of those Spanish underdogs that we don't necessarily know much of, but we've heard that he was in La Masia or something along those lines? Because that's what I see happening.
I'm with you. I think it's the latter. It's just like what Prince is saying. At the moment, again, Barcelona of old, Arteta's probably, let me think about this. Right now, if you're currently a top-level manager, you're either at currently a big club or you're on a break. And the question is, after you've just seen what's happened to Xavi, do you really want to go somewhere where they still haven't quite got their business in order behind the scenes? Because that could easily just be you. You go in there, you can't really have whoever you want. Dealing with players you might not want necessarily there, and it's just if you get bad results, you're the problem. Even though we all know behind the scenes, there's just a lot they're still trying to go for. Again, every summer now we're seeing they've sold 20% of this to bring in this revenue
Levers
to match
and all of
this.
that stuff.
La
Yeah.
Liga had to change rules for the rest of the league because of what Barcelona's been like. It's just a hot mess.
Yeah.
So if I'm a top manager at the moment, as much as Barcelona's Barcelona, it just doesn't quite have that appeal for me to go if I'm a big manager right now.
Anita, I was gonna say, like in terms of Barcelona, their women's team are still one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Why, or is it a thing of they have had those players? Because I don't follow Barcelona women's, but I always see them scoring screamers and having like the best players here. Is it a thing of that they've brought those players through La Masia, or is it different for how they spend the money on those signings, or is it just a completely different situation?
They bought a lot of their players from La Masia. As in La Masia, that academy, I need to know what they're eating, what their training plan is, what their diet plan is. Their team is unstoppable because of the players that they bought through the system. And they always say their homegrown players are the best because they understand what it means to be at Barcelona. So you look at Bonmati, she came through La Masia. And she's always said, I know what it means to be here at Barcelona. And every match that she's playing, she just looks like the best in the world. I think she's only just turned 20 or something. I think she's really young. She's really young. Oh, no. I think she's around 23, 22. But she's still really young. And you can just see the potential that she's bringing to that team. And then you also look at the fact that they've got Putellas. How many Ballon d'Ors has Putellas won? You know, they literally have the Barcelona men's team that they had in like 2010 to 2012. They have that now. Yeah.
So are they still, because I'm supporting Chelsea women's heavy this year, and I feel like I've been trying to watch them a lot more, and it's mainly to do with Lauren James. Not gonna lie.
Baller!
I've been saying from time that she's technically better than her brother, and I don't think that's a violation.
No.
It's
because
not.
she's both footed.
It's
She scores screamers. She's got a similar type of temperament and energy to him.
Yeah.
But I just think the fact that we're seeing more of her, and the fact that we're seeing her grow in a team that is star-studded anyway, and now you're seeing them revolve around her, just shows how good she is. But do you think that they are gonna be able to go that one step further and actually win it under Emma?
Who? Chelsea?
Chelsea, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Barcelona. I'm about to say, with Barcelona, you never count them out.
Yeah.
You never, ever count them out. If you've got them in the next stage in the Champions League, you don't count them out. You put them to win. Every time. So if they get to that final, you put Barcelona to win every single time, right? But I look at the Chelsea team now, and with Emma leaving, obviously it's a span in the works because I don't know who they're gonna bring in next. I don't know if that manager is gonna be suitable for the team that we have now, because this is Emma's team. Right, Emma built this team up from scratch, so it's like a random manager coming into somebody else's team, and they got to put the pieces together. So I don't know how that's gonna fare up. But like you said with Lauren James, in my opinion, I know there's gonna be people out there that are gonna cuss me out. In my opinion, right now as it stands today, what's today's date? 29th of January, 2024. These women's footballer fans, yeah, I'm telling you, they will come for me. But as it stands right now, Lauren James is the best women's footballer in the world. I don't see many footballers doing what she's doing, both in the men and the women's game. Like, she's such a traditional 10 winger. Like, you put her anywhere on the pitch and she is delivering. And you know those players that just bring something different to the WSL. The WSL is very white. But so to have a black woman coming in, you see her hair, she's got like the kinky curls, and she's buoying everyone. Like, she's absolutely buoying it. Obviously,
the aura as well.
The aura's there as well.
Got, man. Even against Man United, and when she just got that height, like, I mean, that's your old team.
Yeah.
Bro.
And they were booing her as well.
Yeah, they were booing her. They were on her.
She
and
doesn't
like,
care.
you know, like in any game, like, it doesn't even, not even just football. It could be just any sport in the world. You go back to where you was, and then fans are on you. I've seen it rattle the best
She
of
was,
players.
she was also at Arsenal as
Yeah.
well. Every time we play against Arsenal fans are booing Lauren. Lauren gets the ball, they're booing her. And I can't understand why, because they let her go. They said they don't need Lauren no more. Lauren went to Man United. She played really well at Man United. They let her come back to Chelsea. So you lot were buoying her potential. Now she's at Chelsea. She's happy. And what I like about her is, even though everyone says she's got an attitude problem, I see it more of as, listen, I'm one of the best players in the world. That's your loss. If you lot want to boo me, that's fine. I'm going to score a hat-trick on your head top.
No problem. And that's it. It's just aura for me. I love that. And if you could back it up, then...
Period. But even though, speaking of Chelsea, they now have a new striker called Myra Ramirez, okay? Sam Kerr is out injured with an ACL. She's probably out for the rest of the season. With women, the ACL injuries, it can go all year round. Just... there needs to be more research done, and we've had this conversation too many times, blah, 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 right? She's out with an injury. We've got Myra Ramirez. She's 24. She's Colombian. She batted up the World Cup. And I'm kind of looking at this as Sam Kerr's goodbye.
Really?
Okay. Low key, I'm looking at it as Sam Kerr's goodbye.
I don't like the sound of that.
How old is Sam Kerr? About
29, 30? Yeah.
That can't be a goodbye still. She recently, did you not sign a new contract, or she's in talks of signing a new contract?
I don't know if she signed a new contract.
I've seen talks of her signing a new contract, as like Chelsea trying to like commit to her because of the fact that she's gone through so much. No, she's given them so much, and the first time that she's gonna go through like a big injury like this, they're not gonna turn her back on someone that's been able to do that for the club.
She's probably just transition, isn't it? They're just probably picking up what is arguably a good young piece now, so that as Kerr again is going through this injury, first of all, you've got a talent in this
Ramirez.
Sorry. So you've got a young talent who hopefully should be able to fill in that void, but then when Kerr comes back, the tutelage that Kerr's gonna be able to give the next couple of years, surely that helps both of them, really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because even like the Lauren James coming into the squad, she wasn't forced into the squad, and people knew that she had the raw ability, but it was like, I remember her first season, and it was just like, oh, is she playing enough games? Is Emma trusting her enough and all of this stuff? Now look at how she's blossomed. And that's something that you don't necessarily see in the men's game anymore.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the players that come through, if they're hot prospects, they're going to cost upwards of 75 million, and they're going to be told to start every single game. Same with someone like Mudryk. He still hasn't made 100 caps as a senior footballer, but everyone expects him to be the ready-made pro now, and it's just like, it's not going to happen. So that's why coaches like Emma Hayes is like such a rarity, because she understands players and she doesn't force things, because she's got the credit in the bank, and if they say anything to her, she'd be like, Look what I've done.
Yeah. Also, she's helping, again, as she's about to leave, setting whoever the next manager is up.
With the future.
You're right. Apparently she signed an extension. I don't know how long the extension is for, because information on women's football is not enough. But yeah, she signed an extension. And with that being said, I kind of look at is Emma Hayes leaving a landmine of possibilities or just a landmine of bombs? Because you're going to have to now keep Mia Fisher happy, Ramirez happy, and Sam Kerr happy. Those are 3 good strikers that you're going to have to keep happy. What happens next?
But if you're winning, it's fine though.
Yeah.
And
That's the only thing.
That's always what it is. I think it always comes down to that with football sometimes, because we see it now, but we do see it in all sports though, man. You can have a star-studded team sometimes.
But you've got to remember, the Euros is coming up, and then you've got everyone's individual tournaments coming up for their part of the world that they're in as well. And it's like, once these tournaments are coming in, everyone's going to be wondering, why am I not starting? I need to start to play. So, Sam, I'll give an example. Beth England.
Yeah.
When Beth England wanted to play in the Euros, she cut out of Chelsea. Okay. And now we've got 3 first choice strikers for 3 different countries. It's going to be techie. But hey, it's a good problem.
I think
it's a good problem to have.
But I do get your aspect on it. Like, it's tough, but you know, these are the things that will make good managers as well. So whoever does step in, like, if you can manage that, then I'm not gonna lie, you're already stepping in the right direction. I'm excited to see what happens.
Well, either way, Chelsea women's, not the men's, Chelsea women's are, they played Real Madrid in the Champions League. They beat Real Madrid 2-1, and I want to say that they're going to win the Champions League this year. I want to say it. I don't necessarily believe it, but with Sam Kerr out injured, it's a bit... As a good buy, it will be nice, but with Sam Kerr out injured, it is a bit tough to kind of stand on your 2 feet and say that, Chelsea's going to win. But if we're going to speak about football players or women's football players that we want to keep an eye on for the rest of the season, one of mine plays for Real Madrid, actually. So if Real Madrid do get through to the next stage, her name is Linda Caicedo.
Yeah, I saw it at the World Cup.
Yeah, one of the Colombians that I would have loved. I mean, if Ramirez comes and we want to sign Caicedo and Lauren side by side, baby, give me that, But I think I want to task you guys with finding one women's footballer that you want to keep an eye on for the rest of this season. And it could even be a women's footballer that came up in your ultimate team. So, Prince, let me start with you.
My 2, I would have to say, like we spoke about briefly, Bon Matty, I just feel like that kind of baller, special, there's not many. And then I'm going to keep a very close eye on Diani. I've heard great things. Plus I've got her for a 10-game loan, so we gonna get acquainted. We're going to get acquainted, don't worry.
Yeah, say less. Coates, what about you, bro?
I'm going to keep it in the WSL, and it's got to be Bunny Shaw.
Good choice.
I've been trying to keep more up with the WSL, and every time I seem to watch City, this woman right here
scoring hat tricks, bro.
Honestly, she just every time it's a hat trick. I think
going nuts, man.
And I just think, as much as we talk about Sam Kerr's, which obviously they're the pinnacle of that position, but Bunny, oh man, every time I'm just saying, she scored, hat trick again. She's then broken their record. What's it, like 3 hat tricks or something like that this season? So yeah, I think mine is Bunny.
She's clutch,
fair.
man.
I don't actually have one. I'll be honest, but because I feel like a one to watch is someone that is a rarity or someone that you don't like. People are talking about Bunny Shaw, but now like the person that if I'm doing a scout report, or let's say I'm gonna go to a game, it's Lauren James in it. Yeah, I'm her number 1 fan in it. So and I'm watching more Chelsea because I feel like that's an easier way for me to like get involved because obviously I support Chelsea. But I'll actually have a think. I'll see who's up and coming at Chelsea and come back to you. Cool. But we need to before we actually touch on this next topic, I feel like we have to start with some praise and worship. Okay. Everybody blow your trumpet. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Everybody blow your trumpet. You know who the Nigerians are here. Hey, what? Someone chat to me because I can't lie. At the start of the competition,
it was looking shaky.
And everyone was saying this might be one of those seasons again where Nige underperform and all of this stuff. But I can't lie to you. The way the team has come together, the way the defense has come together, like Osimhen hasn't been scoring, but he's been playing very well. I'm gonna be honest.
See, this
Osimhen,
is the
He's
one of
been
the
playing.
things that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
last
we was
week.
talking about it last week,
Yeah.
and you know what? Because I'm not gonna lie, as a Chelsea, we know the link between Chelsea and
Yeah,
Osimhen,
yeah.
and obviously the way
Drogba doing a
Osimhen-
lot of prop.
He's doing a lot of and we know, and we've been anyone that's been watching football knows what Osimhen's been on last season, and when I first saw him going to AFCON, I remember the first miss, and I said, I don't want that.
You're
for
like,
100 mil. I said 100 mil, we better not, right?
Yeah.
After that game, it was just locking season. You know when you're a good striker sometimes, yeah? Sometimes it's not just the goals, you know. I know that's your job, but you know when you can bring other players in, you hold up the ball,
Yeah.
you do certain
Cause
things.
the defensive
You're
problems.
just being a nuisance.
that what I was
And you know
telling
what? I
you?
was looking
I was
at it, and
telling
then
you.
you was, and I must
telling
admit, and I gotta
you.
apologize. I do,
Thank
because you
you.
know what's
Give
so
my
funny, yeah?
flowers.
It was mad because I was watching AFCON, and there was a point where Osimhen was just being a nuisance, and then the camera just flicked to Drogba, and I said, oh.
Drogba
Yeah.
smiling. Yeah.
I said, oh,
Yeah.
And that's
oh,
the
I
thing.
see. That was my sign. I said,
Exactly.
yeah.
But you know what that is? That's just because of the price. But like when you watch him, like you said, it's the tenacity, the
Yeah.
energy that he
Yeah.
has.
I love
The
it. I love
Cameroon
it, man.
defense are still having nightmares till this
100.
point because he was just doing so much. Even the was it the first goal for Lookman?
Yeah.
Like
It was
the,
brilliant.
The way his change of pace to get to that ball,
Yeah.
I was actually quite shocked at that. But then no one's really speaking about it anymore. But the pitches are still bad.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the pass was
and
great.
and
I
he
saw your
was
tweets.
he was bobbling. No one's talking about it no more. It's fair enough. AFCON are used to it, but it was bobbling. You're seeing the grass being lifted as he's running. So the fact that he was able to keep his balance, pass it to Lookman, and then even after that he's missed a few chances, but he's still locked in.
going,
I said,
yeah.
no, I don't want to go too far, but I actually think if they're able to get past this Angolan team that are the dark horses for me.
Boy, yeah.
Can we talk that
That
third
third
goal?
goal.
By the way? That third goal was literally one of the best goals this year.
Yeah.
Facts.
In football.
Like
Bush Gas
that,
Award, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
For
yeah.
sure.
to score like that, and I'm just seeing it in my head. To score like
a
that, to
little-
open up your body, and you just. Hey,
And
listen.
it's-
I
it
know
looks
people
so
want to,
effortless.
yeah, and I know people sometimes want to talk about like the pitch, and people want to talk about the quality. That goal, find me better ones this season. Find me one.
No, and they had a man down as well. So I think
Oh,
Angola,
brilliant.
Angola and Cape Verde for me are the dark horses because they actually
sure.
play just exciting football.
Shout
and
out
like
to Cape Verde
I
as
feel
well,
like they've
yeah.
got nothing to lose. And someone actually said to me, yeah, because one of my guys, he's from Angola, yeah, shout out Brian. And I've messaged him. I was like, we're gonna link up for that game. But we're forgetting that Angola, Portugal, there's
It's
a
just
link.
right next to each other.
There's a
yeah.
link.
With,
So
like,
there's a
where
lot
they
of
are,
these
yeah.
Angolan players that have like been brought up in the Portuguese ranks, and so that you can see it as well. Like they play with that fearlessness. They want to play exciting football. I think Nige are sticking to the more not pessimistic, but more preserved type of football where
yeah.
the defense, no mistakes. If the ball has to go out, it has to go out. That's why Bassi is thriving now. That's why Ole Einar is probably the most expansive defender out of all of them because he's the one that is trying the flicks and
Something
tricks.
different.
But the rest of them, they're just, if it's there, get it gone.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
they love
that's what
hoofing
it
the ball.
is, and I think with Nigeria right now as well, they're playing with that
Confidence.
feel and that confidence. But you lot are playing like the kings of it right now. So you lot are playing with that no nonsense, no mistakes, get it gone. And you lot do have a lot to lose, where other teams don't have a lot to lose. So it's like,
Yeah.
have nothing to lose. So it is different, but it's good to see, and I'm glad to see for you guys anyway, because I don't want to see you lot upset. But you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
but
I'm
you know-
actually happy to see Nigeria thriving.
You know what's so mad, yeah? With AFCON, I've never seen countries and people from different countries get
Hate-
onto people
They
so
hate
much.
Nigeria.
Like, not even just Nigeria. When Ghana left, the world was onto them.
I put
Yeah.
bare egg emojis, man.
but yeah.
Bare egg
When
emojis.
when Egypt have now been knocked out, bare people onto them. Even Boniface tweeted
Yeah.
the Ghana must go
Yeah.
bags. But
Yeah.
like I feel like with AFCON, because it's such like it's a unique experience because I don't see it with the Euros, I don't see it with the World Cup where fans of like England are getting onto like Brazilian fans.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Nige, the Twitter right now is just a war zone.
Hey.
When those games are being played, it's incredible. I can't lie, it adds to it. It adds to it a lot.
Because you know what it is as well. You see, if Nige somehow do not win this thing that day, it's gonna be madness. But
I still,
hope
I still
they
have,
do.
Sen- I
prepared
still
for
have
it.
Senegal as favourites though. Senegal
Yeah.
or Morocco. I feel like they've got more of the know-how. But I think Senegal, just the football that I've seen them play is closest to complete football, and their bench is just
crazy.
silly. Like Jackson's not even starting for them.
Starting,
Like, you know what I mean?
and
They've got
he's
Mane,
just-
Sarr.
oh,
They've got everyone. But yeah, still put Senegal as my favourites.
The thing is, I feel like even though Nigeria's playing really well now, I feel like there's still gaps in the way that they play. I feel like with Senegal, their defense wasn't as strong as Nigeria's, and this is like props to Nigeria's manager. They had all their focus on Osimhen, and Osimhen's hold-up play is second to none. So he can hold up that ball for as long as possible and lay it off to Lookman whenever. Fine, cool. But our team's gonna see this and now just trying to block the channels. So when we play Angola, our Angola are just gonna block the channels for Osimhen. Osimhen can't lay it off to Lookman no more because Lookman can't make the run. If that happens, then we're finished because we have nothing else. We can defend till Kingdom Come, but we have nothing else.
Yeah, it's about plan A. Plan
I'm
B,
still
plan C,
worried.
yeah.
You know what
Still
I found
worried.
interesting about the African Cup of Nations though, because normally when these are happening, there's the window's obviously open, and everyone's always talking about this player is currently at the African Cup of Nations, so we don't know what's going to happen. There has been minimal movement with players going to other clubs and things like that. Are you guys shocked at the state of the transfer window?
No.
Yeah, well, no, yes and no.
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
This is probably yeah, exactly.
This is definitely the quietest.
This is the
January
quietest
window.
thing I've ever seen.
Most boring one too.
And we talk about FFP, and that's been around for years, but we still end up seeing most Januaries the cash is still being splashed in and around across Europe. This is probably the first year I've seen teams actually scared of FFP. Like literally,
Because they're seeing the deduction of points.
yeah, well, this is it. Like with Everton, yeah. So it's one of the first where it's like if you can't get a loan deal in, no one's really looking for anything more than that. And if it is, it's like I think what Brighton got, was it Barco for, was it like 8 million or something like that?
Yeah.
It's the real like bargains you're trying to find now.
And there's not that many bargains no more because everyone's scouting system. Like I feel like they all use the same system now.
Yeah.
So like
Inflation's
inflation and the type of quality you want to sign. The teams aren't gonna settle for less because they know that they need that money to make sure that they are able to make their signings in this window or in the summer. So it's changed the way the window is, but I think it's better because you don't see too many shifts. Like normally, like before, it was like if you're a top 4 club, you can get whoever you want in January because you're the top 4. But now, if you play for Brentford or for Brighton or for West Ham, you're saying, you know what, we're in a good position. Like we're getting paid well, and we can see what we're trying to achieve. Like even
And you're getting in Europe too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's really different. But yeah, man, there's not been that many games because of the FA Cup and like it's been kind of split. African Cup of Nations, the winter break. The biggest game that is gonna be coming up is a game that us as Chelsea fans we're not. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it because it's at Anfield and then we've got to play them in the final. But Liverpool, Chelsea, what we saying is a draw fine because we draw with them a lot.
Yeah, we do. And by the way, I'm definitely taking the draw. Can I just say, this conspiracy against Chelsea is absolutely horrible, man. I'm tired of every single time, I feel like it's always Chelsea that have this bad luck. Like whenever something big happens, like you know what, I feel like this, and I'm sure I'm not bugging, and I'm gonna check. I feel like every time Man City lose a game, it's Chelsea they have next. They're angry.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Now this Klopp situation. Oh yeah, look, we got them in the capital. We got them in the final, right? In the Carabao. Like, so what's gonna happen now is they're gonna treat that like Champions League final. Do you know why? Because that could possibly be Klopp's last Wembley trip. So they're gonna treat that, and we need that more than they do.
Yeah, we do.
Go win the Prem.
Yeah.
But they're going to. Can you imagine
No,
the
we
roar
need
they're gonna have? And
we
then
need
guess
to win
what?
that.
Klopp announces this. You see when Klopp announced, I'm not gonna be funny. I was happy in it, because I'm like, get gone. We need less competition. We need to get back, right? But then I'm like, why do we have to be at Anfield?
Why
Like,
now?
I know he woke up and said, "Oh, I've got Chelsea next." Oh, they're on a little run. Oh yeah. Let me just
Why
let me just
now?
stir the pot. Oh, Pochettino, you think you're doing well? Have this. Like, nah, man, nah. I'm taking a draw.
And the
running.
worst thing about it is actually no, Salah's not gonna be back. Egypt are out. Egypt are out now because they lost on
bet
penalties to
Salah comes
Congo.
Bruh.
Did you guys see the goalkeeper for Congo smiling before he took the penalty? Bro, he took the winning penalty. Yeah, the Egypt keeper had missed it. It was keeper on keeper. Egypt
Yeah.
keeper missed it, and then he stepped up. He's smiling at it.
You just knew.
And then he just scored it.
just
And I
knew.
swear to you, there's
That's
no
cold.
camera angle of the keeper in any frame because he just ran off to celebrate. I didn't see him in any camera angle, but yeah, now big up Congo because they got
And
through,
you know
but-
what I like about him smiling? I feel like he definitely practices the
He
pen.
knew.
Yeah,
So
of
it's
course,
like,
knew.
because he
Of course,
practices
of course.
pens, and my man's missed his thing. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, so you ain't even been practicing. No,
Africans,
I'm about
man.
to
They're
wash
like, oh,
this
yeah?
into the net. Like, it
Do you
was
think?
funny.
Do you think the score is going to be different for the Carabao Cup final if Salah is playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so okay, let's get score predictions for if Salah is not playing because it doesn't look like he's going to be because they said 4 to 6 weeks. So
For
what we
Carabao.
say? What we say in scoreline?
If Salah's not playing for the Carabao, it might go pens again.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
What,
It might go
Coach, what you
pens.
saying? And try to be
Be objective.
objective. Yeah.
2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think even
I
without
got it.
Salah,
Without
they,
Salah.
they've got because they've still got Jota, they've still got Diaz,
Diaz
they've
and
still
that.
got pieces where
And Nunes is always
yeah,
weird. He's a
Nunes,
weird
like,
one.
they've got
yeah.
the pieces that they can do a job. They're doing the job now with Salah being in AFCON where he's injured now. But yeah, I think they can still do a job even without him. Obviously, it helps.
We tried.
What?
tried.
What are you saying, Prince?
We tried.
What are you saying? Scoreline.
I'm just saying look, you know what, yeah? I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? I'm optimistic. And the reason I'm optimistic, the last 2 times, yeah, we had them in a final, they got life, you know? Let's be honest, but Mason Mount, and I'm not even going to really get into all of it, innit? But he missed there was some ridiculous chances that were missed.
Yeah.
I feel like this season, Chelsea still have that, but we can score goals now a bit more. If we can get Nkunku, which he's back in full-time trade and he's actually available. So I feel like if we can get that, listen, it's a final, it's one game. If there's anything that Chelsea fans should know in the world, don't count us out in any final.
Yeah,
they
facts,
counted us out
facts.
when we was at Bayern Munich's ground and what happened. They counted us out against Man City and what happened. We can do this thing in the final, you know. No, let's keep it real. No, I'm being real.
Aguero started, Pep.
No, but yeah,
But that
that's
happened.
if someone,
That happened.
you get what I'm saying? But
'Cause
like,
we got
like
that
I said,
trophy in our
we can get
cabinet.
counted out,
What's
man. We can get
Poch's
counted out.
record in finals?
No, we're not going to do
Okay.
that. We're not going to do that.
Can we not?
Because
No,
he's
no
at
problem.
Chelsea now.
Sorry.
It's
Let's just hold on.
different.
Let's just hold on to
Okay.
anything we do have, please.
Okay, sorry.
No,
sorry,
because
yeah.
that doesn't matter anymore because he's at Chelsea now.
Yeah,
It's different.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
different.
you're right.
But
Peach,
anyway,
you
let's
said
move
the
on
same.
to a different segment. And Prince, I feel like you know this segment the best because this is
Oh no.
Guess the Player. I'm hoping you have
Yeah.
the
I got
information.
something- I got something for you.
Because we need to do different
have some
we need
fun.
to do
Let's-
different
yeah,
things
no,
to
let's
finish
have
off the
some
show
fun. Let's have
because
some fun.
Anita's getting too negative now. So
Yeah,
let's
she
Yeah,
started-
bring me
yeah,
back,
she
bring me back,
started-
bring
she
me back,
started
bring me
doing-
back,
she started
bring me
doing
back.
all this
Yeah,
stuff,
tell her
so-
truth.
no,
It's
because she
okay.
hates Poch.
I don't hate Poch. I like Poch.
All right.
I do. I like winning more, but you know,
You gotta trust the process. But anyway,
I'm trying.
All right. Well, what we're gonna do? Take Lampard back to the end of the year.
Dude, you just call for Tuchel to come back.
that's different. That's different.
Yes, that's.
Exactly. If Tuchel
I
said that
don't
he
wanna
wanted to
shout
come
That's
out,
back,
different.
man.
Alright, guess the player, man.
Listen,
Guess
we're
the
doing
player.
guess the player,
Yeah,
man,
let's go.
because
Come on,
Anita's
man.
she's gonna make my
Jose's available now. No, I'm joking. I won't take him back. I won't take it back.
Let's not.
Yeah.
Don't fight, man. Let's play the game.
Let's play the game. All right, so we're gonna play guess the player, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna run this, and I'm. Let's just have a little fun, and let's round up the show properly, right? Let's have a little fun. So the first player I got in mind, right? Cool.
How do we? Okay, so is it just anyone calls it out?
Anyone that calls it out, first person though.
Okay.
But what do we win?
Nah, let's not do what do we win because you
What,
lot
is it
still owe
about
me a
pride?
birthday present. So let's not do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
let's
what? Actually, you know, Anita, you know what we'll do. You know what we'll
What?
do. Yeah, if you win, yeah,
Well, I don't like this.
then you get to play up front.
Right.
You
Say
get to play
less.
up front for the next pro club session.
Say less.
Game.
Yeah?
Next game.
Game.
No,
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 yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
session.
Session.
No,
Session.
Session.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Game.
No, you
Hey,
said
thank you so
session.
We're
much.
not doing a session.
You
Thank
said
you.
session.
The session can be one game.
We're
I'll
on
cut
good-
out.
We're on a good run. No, honestly, I'll cut out.
Anyway.
We're on a good run. We're on a good run. And you're playing good CDM, man. Remember the process.
I want to be on bloody CDM.
Anyway,
Anyway,
cool. Let's kick it off right. So this player, he's sponsored by Nike.
Haaland.
That's so obvious, though.
Yeah, but just let me. I had a funny one. I was gonna say.
I want to
kinda-
be striker,
I was
motherfucker.
gonna say
Damn.
like you know what I mean.
All right,
Margin
the next-
Blue. Remember
the
Kid
next
Blue,
one I'll
like,
let you
yeah,
finish.
alright, cool.
The
alright,
next one
cool.
I'll let you finish
Let's
it.
go.
No, but you know
alright.
why you said that? Because
1-0.
he just done a campaign with them.
Yep,
for a new
1-0.
boot.
True.
1-0.
Gosh. All right, cool.
I'm winning.
So he plays PGA Tour 2K,
Bell.
Hey, we said let him
Oh,
play.
sorry.
and then on top of that, he has his own song,
Okay. Keep going.
and he plays for Arsenal.
Nketiah.
Wrong. Can't go again.
I can go again.
No, you can't. You can't.
Who said that?
This
Wait,
round.
plays. Declan Rice.
Wait, hold on.
Good one.
Wait.
You
When
can't
did
keep
we
on
start
saying names.
inventing
Come
No,
on,
rules?
no. Hear this.
But no one, don't touch
No,
me.
you can't.
No one
You have to
invented.
You have to listen. You have to listen. Do you know why? Yeah, because you're just shouting answers.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
I'm
do
not
that.
just
Yeah, you
shouting
can't do that,
answers.
no.
I'm not just shouting
Alright,
answers. Do
that's
you guys
fair.
see the way they treat me?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. He's just come off of suspension. He's got a legendary shirt number that has not been touched,
No.
and he's got a retired shirt too. Who is it?
Bellingham.
I was gonna say Bellingham as well.
Yeah, Bellingham.
It is
Alright.
Bellingham.
All right, cool.
That was
I
good.
like
That's
that.
so
That was a good one.
one.
I was
Alright, let's
gonna
do
say
one
Bellingham.
more. Everyone's
One
on
more.
one.
Yeah, all right.
One more.
Let me really. I'm gonna try and get a difficult one. She's got. So I'm saying starting now. So she's got great right foot and a great left foot.
Lon James.
All right, you know what? Yeah, you lot are getting on my nerves. All right, that's all right, cool. You lot both got it. That's annoying.
I think I got it first.
No, that was-
VAR
no,
that.
I feel like it's at the same time.
We said it at the
that was-
exact
I think we
feel
said
like that was the
VAR
exact
that.
same time. I'll be real. That was the exact same time. Great right foot and a great left foot.
Lon James.
I don't even like the way this is going. We should be doing buzzers and that.
He was born in England. He's a striker. He's quick. Great hold-up play.
This is all subjective.
Plays for Jamaica.
What?
Michael
Bailey.
Antonio.
There we go.
There we go. Boom, bow.
Damn it.
Let's get it.
Wait.
Let's get it.
What does he do?
Let's get it. Plays for Jamaica.
But I don't think
Great
that
hold-up play.
I don't think he has great hold up.
He
play.
definitely
I
does.
think that's subjective.
Objectively,
No,
he
I
has
think
great
you
hold-up
should
play.
run another one.
No, that's insane. I've seen him bully.
yeah.
I've seen him bully our players.
Run another one.
Because
His hold-up
if
play
you
is
go on
great.
Who Scored and it says strengths, it will definitely
I
have
don't
hold-up
think
play,
he's
bro.
fast.
He is fast.
No,
He's quick.
He's rapid.
I
You
don't-
lost. You lost. You lost.
Can
And this is exactly
Do
why you
one
won't go
more,
up top.
fam. Do we
This is
not have
actually
like
why-
15
no,
minutes left,
we
fam?
don't, because we need to pack up.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
So I won the
Hey, no,
first
this is robbery.
edition of Guess the Player.
This
Thank you
is
very much.
robbery.
Hey,
Why
Thank you
that's
very much.
annoying?
Congratulations.
Robbery.
I'm
And I
sorry.
was gonna say Bellingham as
Good
well.
one.
Like,
You know what?
before
And you know what it
Good
is?
one.
You was about to play striker, man. Why
Good
didn't you
one,
just
good
lock
one.
in?
Yeah, it's calm, man.
You was about to be a
CDM, man. We
striker.
got
Lock
that.
in.
When you said striker, there was two. It was Antonio and what's his name? Is it Gray?
Yeah, there was two.
I don't know why I
said
struggled
Bailey,
to
man.
think.
You know what it is?
Nah,
I didn't
man.
want to say West Ham though. That's
Yeah,
the only thing because
that
it would
that would've been
been
too
So
big.
obviously I was thinking, all right, look, and then I just remembered him just
Yeah, we got it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
I'm
know, if you're
saying,
good,
so.
you get it. You know what I mean?
I
But
hear it.
Don't
Champion.
you
everyone,
worry.
thank
Don't
everyone
you
for
worry.
We'll
tuning
be
in
back
to
with that.
another
Yeah,
episode
we'll be back with that one.
of Keep It 90 and Guess the Player. Let us know if you got every player before we did as well. We're on all social media platforms. Anita is fuming, so make sure you guys send her some love because she needs it. And send us some love for being a good sport and play CDM for our pro clubs team. We're gonna be releasing some content as well, exclusive content of us playing pro clubs together because we're actually good now. So it's actually not that bad. But yeah, we'll be here same time next week. Keep It 90, brought to you by NNESAGA and Spotify. We love you. Bye.
Peace.
You motherfucker.